Hello. Hi. Hi everyone. No starting soon screen today because I'm late, like always. Hello and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2, apparently. The Stanley Parable 2. Yes, that is what we're playing. Hi everyone. And hi anyone new. Apparently everyone liked my Honkai Star Rail live, so that's cool. Late, Ceri. I know. Hopefully I can make it up to you by having a fun stream today. Yes. My throat hurts a little bit. I don't know why. Hope I'm not getting sick. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. But yes. Okay. Begin the game. Today, we have a bucket. A bucket.
This is the story of a man named Stan.
Aren't we all late to something? Yeah, true. Alright, bucket time! 'Tis just late.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where's my bucket?
What did it mean?
I thought it was
Stanley
supposed to be right
decided
here.
To go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Is
he
that not
simply
right?
lost a memo.
You're late to getting drunk? I mean, sure. This is not a drunk stream. Maybe for you it is. There you go. That's
Stanley
a.
lifted the bucket into
It's
his
a
arms,
bucket!
and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It's our comfort bucket. Look at our comfort bucket. It's here to comfort us.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, yes, we're doing that. Okay, bucket time! No, you can... Oh. What? This is different. You can drink water and drive, and soda and drive, and tea and drive, but not something that'll get you pulled over. Okay? Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor, and construct new structurally sound bridge. Wow. We need more planks. Awesome. Great. Places to search. Mission status. Inside of the sequel exhibit. A large room. Lots of boxes. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace and a private but smelly place for an important person. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Looks like 427. Ha ha ha. 5 there be. Just take it from me. Gotta collect them all. Alright, so it shows the ones that we've already got. I'm never gonna find the red and blue one. Oh gosh. There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. Relatable? JK, I am home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? 666 LOL. Lies. Creepy music. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, TBH. Huh. Someone in cargo room. Do we need contacts for them? NDA petition. What? Why are we floating? Red room. What? What is that? Oh my gosh. I love that. Why does it look like that? Okay. To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that, in all likelihood, it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be a reverberance off a porcelain surface. Anyone have leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know? Nice attractive nose. Yes. Slay. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. I love that. Alright, I'm just analyzing this room. Don't mind me. How can we find them? Bottom text. Go on. I'm here. I'm listening. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow clues provided by 416. Okay. And then... Do not leave office before finding back any new findings. Okay.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Fine. Right, we're gonna go up.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes, we're gonna go up. Okay, here's the bathroom, which you already went in. Alright, and then we're gonna go...
Stepping into his manager's
no
office,
stickers, no
Stanley
fun. Well,
was
we
once
have
again
property of
stunned
Stanley!
to discover not an indication of any
What was
human
it?
life.
2, 4,
Crushed by the
4.
weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire,
2,
if not for the soothing
4,
presence of the
5,
bucket.
8.
Even now, in his darkest of hours,
I can't remember.
did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it.
Yes, yes, yes.
The two of them
The
were
bucket is with us
inseparable.
forever and ever and
At
ever
this
and
point,
ever.
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the
I am
boss's
drinking
desk.
water. Or,
Nor
yeah.
in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I mean, I was on the right
But
track.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I was on the right track.
The bucket knew all along. Was the bucket
Okay,
guiding him?
so last time we did the mind
Yes,
control
this
ending.
is certainly the most
Or the
logical
freeing mind control ending.
explanation.
This time I'm gonna click on and see what happens there. Food. I ate food. It was good. It was actually quite good.
The
Smashed
elevator raced
potatoes
downward,
with green
plummeting
onions in it
towards
and
an
stuff.
unknown fate.
And
It would be all
also
Stanley could
roasted
do to keep
carrots
himself together, if
and
not for the
baked
bucket.
chicken.
Soothing him, comforting
Where, like,
him,
if you, like,
reassuring
crushed
that in this
breadcrumbs
darkest
and,
moment
like,
of uncertainty,
a little bit of
he would
cheese
be
and
all right. The bucket is here for you,
buffalo
Stanley.
seasoning on top.
Everything will be fine.
It was very good, very good.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, mind control facility. Are we able to skip?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I can't skip.
What
He says I
horrible
can skip,
secret
but I
did this place
can't.
hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
That's so mean. That's so mean. I want to skip. We've already listened to this. We're just going to go through this together, okay?
The monitors jumped to life.
The
And Stanley
monitors.
nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office
Come on the
was
desk
being
and go over the railing.
videotaped,
I don't know if
monitored
that'll
like guinea
will it let me.
pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears.
The bucket.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything will be fine, Bucket. It'll be okay. Bucket, it'll be fine.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things?
Yes,
does
yes,
the
we
bucket
know,
want to do
narrator. We've
or
been
not
here
want to do
before.
in the first place? These questions.
Sir,
moved
we've been
furiously
here.
in Stanley's
Let's go.
mind.
Let's go. I want to see the other ending. What? Tech hub? What do you mean?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept
What?
it. His
Oh,
own
buckets!
life in someone
Bucket
else's
backwards.
control. Never.
Took me a little too
He
long to realize
squeezed
that.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
It's not
At
tech
this
hub.
point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
No one except for our trusty bucket.
But
Let's
here was
turn
the
it
proof.
on.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
We're going to turn it
happy
on,
or
and then it's
sad
going
or
to freak out.
content.
That's okay.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn
Oh, the
on
bucket
the
did it.
controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had
Okay.
this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
No, we
When
can't.
suddenly, an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Oh,
Silly.
birds.
Silly birds.
Silly
The
birds!
control buttons became active again.
Oh, wait, what's this one? Oh,
Stanley flipped through
Oh.
one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
birds!
This wasn't a mind control
Penguins!
facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring
A funny
and
one!
surveilling
Look at his
silly
little
birds
afro!
all over the world.
Look at these
The
hummingbirds,
mind
they're so
controls were only a
cute!
facade to disguise its true intention.
Oh my gosh.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley
little silly
marveled at the metal
guys.
genius in his hand.
Oh, he's so
the one
goose.
who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
It's the
Stanley
water
and the
one.
bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Yes!
Of all the possible
Oh, hi,
paths
owl.
his life could have taken, this one was surely
The
the
ducky!
best. And Stanley was happy.
Oh my gosh, there we go. There's all the ones. I like the little ducky. Oh, the bird is your favorite at the zoo. Birds are so cute. I went to a bird exhibit recently, not recently, within the past like year. And I'm like the type where if I'm curious about a little bird, I'll ask the employees, and I just love talking to them. Which is so funny because I feel like I'm a little shy, but when it comes to just like the cute little things at the zoo, and the employees also usually really enjoy talking about, or usually like the keepers, they really like talking about like their favorite birds and just their personalities and things like that. And it's so cute. Some of them are just so cute. And they're just little silly guys, and they're so curious. Like, they look at you, and you're like, hi, who are you? And you're like, oh, hi, don't mind me. It's okay. You do your little bird thing. And it's so cute. Oh my gosh, birds are
All of his
adorable.
co-workers were
Okay.
gone. What could it mean?
The
Stanley
zookeeper
decided
sucks,
to go to the
don't at
meeting
you.
room.
I'm
Perhaps he had
sure
simply
it's
missed a memo.
something.
No
I
matter
have
how
a
hard Stanley
friend
looked,
that
he couldn't
volunteers
find a trace of his co-workers.
at a zoo. And she really likes the exhibit that she's in front of. Enjoy the curious little bird keepers. Yeah! It's the
The confusion
bucket!
and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket. Bucket. Alright.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
We're gonna
door
go that other way. Like, we're gonna go into the room and then back out of it. Yeah. Let's go past.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee
The broom
we'd be
closet.
in here for hours. but alas, no stickers.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just cannot resist the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase,
Alright, we're gonna go
Stanley
upstairs.
And the bucket walked upstairs
I'm
to
just
the
trying to,
boss's
like,
office.
get off everything that I know is gonna happen. Go back in. What?
Stepping in.
Wait, go back into the broom closet. Well, hold on. Am I able to? There you go. I went back in. That's it. Now what? Alright. I'm assuming you're happy now. Okay, we just go down? The end is never the end is never the end. Wait. Huh? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Be quiet, let me figure it out. What? Huh? The end is never the end. Yeah. What? Do I just go back? I go back out? Huh? Yeah, I triggered it by barely entering it and then exiting. Yeah, I thought there was like that elevator. Huh? What? Oh! Wait. Wait, this is different. This is different. Wait, no, it's not? I don't like this. Hey, this was blocked off earlier. Wait. Oh. Oh. Huh? You are now leaving. What? 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 Escape pod bay, floor 760. Huh? Huh? What? Where? 756 is never the end. The end is never the end, 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 is never the end. We were just walking upstairs. We were just walking upstairs. And I'm gonna go crazy after walking up all these stairs. Psych, would I go? No. Is there something that's gonna happen? Hey, that said 432 beforehand. Something happens and I'm head over heels. Oh. This is repeating. Oh, you're wasting my time. Just wasting time. Hello? What? What? Huh? Wait, what? Where? What? What is this? Oh. Oh, okay. We're saying goodbye? We're saying bye to Bucket? Does that mean we're gonna be sad? Bye, Bucket. You go! You go! We'll stay here. It's not like we can both fit in there at the same time. Go, Bucket. Live your life. Live it. Bucket. Bucket. The bucket left without us, but we had to. If you love something, let it free. And that's what we did for Bucket. It supported us. Anyways, moving on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
But no,
Perhaps
no
he had
Bucket.
simply
Wait,
missed a
no.
memo.
The bucket should still be here. Bucket! My bucket! Oh no! Wait, do we do the same ending? Do we leave with the bucket? Oh no. We're not supposed to go through this alone. We need to find him. We need to go.
Open doors, he entered the door on his
Yes,
left.
we're going to the door on our left. We're finding the bucket. We are leaving with the bucket. It is now our turn to leave. This is too much. No, we've got to go. Hold on. First, the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
This
So
is
he
an
turned
emergency.
around and got
We need
back
to
on
find the
trail.
bucket and reunite. After stepping in the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
All right.
walked upstairs to
Let's
his
go.
boss's office. Stepping in.
Okay. Let's do this. We sent the bucket away to a better life. I guess we did. But we need to go. We can't live without the bucket. Okay, I'm just double checking down here again. That red light seems really bright. Okay. The bucket is our emotional support. And without this emotional support in these endless hallways, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm too toxic. No. I'm not toxic. No. We loved the bucket. I loved the bucket. The bucket is here for me. And I'm here for the bucket. Alright, we gotta go. Da. Another one bites the dust. Bum. Another one bites the dust. And another one. Another one bites the dust. Hey. Okay, I don't know the words there. Hi! Hello to the IRS. We are just climbing stairs endlessly. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round. Okay. Sorry, I'm not even singing the songs. We're just kind of talking them. My bad. Hello, howdy. How's it going? We're just stepping upstairs because we had a bucket and we sent it off and now we need to go to the bucket. Who is you? Who is me? What? Have you seen my new model? It's me! Me, Ceri. In a different accent. Hello. Mordrin? Just a mod. Another mod. Alright, now it's our time to go. We're just in Baltimore. Okay, did we get our bucket back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. Replacement bucket. Oh no, it's not the same.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
So you're filling in. Oh, interesting.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alrighty, let's go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Nope,
room.
it's not.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
We're gonna go this way.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
Okay,
correct?
this is a
was
blue
this better
room.
than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes,
Right?
perhaps
This is a
truly
blue
was.
room.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
One of them is in a blue room. Right? For Stanley cups, they're literally Hydro
Never
Flask.
mind. The bucket was wrong.
I don't
Stanley
know,
took the
just
door on
trends
his
and
left
stuff.
to go back to the meeting room.
Nah, we're not going that way. We're gonna go this way.
No, said the bucket.
Oh!
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
The cargo lift! Humans are easily
Good,
entertained.
said
Yes.
the bucket.
I watched like a
Now
little
ride the
mini
lift all
video.
the way to the top.
We
There's
can't.
something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and
Yes,
he
yes.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes. Sorry, I'm readjusting my stuff on my desk. I'm like all over the place. What? What?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
What dark
Stanley
room?
once again obeyed blindly.
Okay, we're gonna be in here.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Wait, unplug the phone. In a previous run, yes. I'm gonna do it again on this
This is the
one.
sad story of a man named Stanley
Oh.
and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I haven't seen it recently. Yeah, I did it in like the original Stanley Parable, but I haven't done it in this one yet. So look at this nice little place we have here. Nice entryway. We've got a nice little living room and just kind of open space. Okay. Well, now what? Well, now what? Now what? 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 I need to check the fridge. Get a bigger table, right? Yeah, this is... Come on, really? Come on, Stanley. My guy. Come on. What are we doing? Where's our bucket? Where's bucket? What are we... Oh, here it is. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press you to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
How dare you? What? No. No. He's our friend. Press J to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object?
Well, it's our
to him,
friend.
but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press T to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think.
No.
It can't talk.
No.
All it will ever truly do for you
No.
is effectively transfer a
No, he's our
liquid
friend.
from
Look,
one
there's no one else
location to
here.
a different location.
If he's not
That's
a friend,
it.
then who will
It doesn't do anything else.
Who will be our friend if not for Bucket? Who will? I don't know. We must take him home. Don't listen to the loud man. Press K for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time,
That
it
looks
was
like
me
the
he
bucket.
took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Is everything like deteriorating? Press V to ignore anyone in your life except me.
It's sad. But I suppose
Yes,
he
be
doesn't need
obsessed with me.
anymore. From now
Only
on,
me.
He's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of
No.
shiny bucket.
He's our friend.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine.
Yes, look
to
at that
it.
nice shine. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press M to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an
I'm
amount
jealous,
of water
yes.
from one room to another.
Press R to relive the same day with me over and
Oh my God, what am I saying?
over. Hi, Bucket.
Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much
But he's
more
our
than just a
Bucket.
regular
Our
bucket?
emotional support Bucket. Press K to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want
Narrator?
to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Hi, Bucket. I don't really want to go that far with you.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Close your eyes. No. Go back to work, Stanley. Okay.
The
Apart.
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Sir, you
Stanley
stole
just needed
it!
to get to the meeting room, and from then on,
You
he would
stole
never
him!
be alone ever again.
Hey! What the heck? This is an
Warmth
absolute
spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in
travesty.
his arms again, he was home.
What a travesty! Alright, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm having a blast doing my
Stanley
little
clutched the
British
bucket
accent
tightly
here.
to
Okay,
his
it's just
chest.
fun.
This was not the correct way to the
Alright,
meeting
we're going
room.
this way and we're gonna
Stanley
unplug
had
the
felt the bucket
phone.
calling
Let's
to him,
unplug the
telling
phone.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the
Hi,
door in his
Bucket! Hi,
left to go
Bucket!
back
It's
to
a
the meeting.
bucket! It's our best friend!
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the
Ooh,
lift all the way
there's
to
someone
the
in
top.
there.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Alright, we
Stanley
will.
did not question
This
why
time.
or how this bucket was
This
speaking to
time we'll
him.
do it.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
What we're
did
gonna do
whatever the
is
bucket
go in here
asked.
and unplug the phone. That's what we're gonna do. Nice tall
In
glass
here,
of water.
said
Said
Yes.
the bucket.
Go into this dark room over
And then
here.
you get to see us unplug the
Stanley once
phone.
again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you
Because.
trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk.
It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Wait, it was just you the whole time?
Can't you see? Oh,
That's kinda creepy.
goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh.
It's sitting right here.
Oh, a
Let's
video.
take a look.
What is comedic timing?
Oh, okay.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Oh, yes.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's
Wonderful.
dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
What?
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next,
Hi,
provide a
I'm
brief
Ceri.
synopsis of the joke, including the
C-E-R-I.
specific times at which the recipient of the joke will
I'm gonna
laugh,
tell you a joke,
and then
then
spell out your name a second
you're gonna
time.
laugh, and
With
it's gonna
these
be
steps
funny
complete,
after I
it's
say
time to begin the
pineapple.
humor.
And now my name is
Speak the
Ceri,
entire joke
C-E-R-I.
in no more than 18 seconds
So-
and no less than 13 and a half.
So,
pausing only for
yeah,
bathroom
and then-
breaks when necessary. When the joke
pineapple.
is concluded, it is customary to inform your listener
All right,
that the joke is
the-
over by
the
declaring
joke
in
is
your
over.
loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
I'm Dunny with
Let's
the
practice
funny!
screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny! I am Dunny with the
Good.
funny!
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Okay!
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Thank you.
Collecting hard data from
All
your
right, I need
audience
you
on
guys
how
to tell
rapt
me,
they were
how was
throughout
my
the
joke?
is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
Basically,
just to ensure
how
the
was my
survey
joke?
taker is actually
How was my
paying attention
presentation?
and not
How was
simply
my
filling in
everything?
answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all.
I don't, this is a little
Just
curse.
remember
I
to
don't
let
like
them
this.
Stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scam.
All right, you guys can stop
After
laughing
all,
now.
With each of us needed on the front lines of the war to
Oh.
fight the 12-legged invader who threatened
Oh.
our very existence.
Okay.
And to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause.
What the-
Just as our children must do after us, and their children after them.
Okay, yeah.
Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it?
What?
Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous.
The Earth reigns
absurd.
supreme.
What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's...
For Super Earth! Yes.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
From Helldivers.
The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Let's go through here. And back.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. Wait.
What?
Huh?
We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
Yeah.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
You're nothing.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp.
Oh,
I think...
You don't have to be so down about yourself.
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video.
No,
again.
not again.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
No.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2
my
open
gosh.
doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, let's go. Oh boy.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Should we go to the left? What? Wait, are we supposed to go to the right? Right. Right doesn't seem to be working. Not right. Yes.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes.
We got the ending!
Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not... Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar.
Get the
No.
epilogue.
No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
True bucket ending. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket, you're coming with
Stanley
us.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone.
You'll never be alone. Ever, ever, ever for the rest of our whole life. Because we have a bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
And we entered the door on the right.
Meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
There's so many endings.
Meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
This
asked.
way!
No, stop! Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
Hey!
What if the problem is that you
Hey!
actually don't know
You
what
can't
is a
tell us
bucket
not
and
to
what
bring the
isn't a
bucket.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
What the heck? What is this? What?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
We know what a bucket is.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
What the heck?
Okay, let's begin.
Fine. We'll do your stupid game show.
Item 1.
That is a
this
bucket. Yes. Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What? Hey! You're tricking us.
Is this a bucket?
Yeah, that one is. It moved.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Are you kidding? What the heck?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Yay! Okay, fine. I won't be mad anymore.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Yeah, we're not
To be
stupid.
honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme. But
Yeah.
I'm starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank
Hey.
you for not making me look like an idiot.
Hey!
Next one.
Stinger.
Is this a bucket?
That's a tractor.
Incorrect.
What?
This is a bucket.
Bruh. What do you mean? No, it's not. You're not even telling us why.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No, it's not.
Trick question. Both.
Both.
Gotcha.
Come on.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
How is it a bucket? Is it because it can hold things? The first one was not a bucket, but then the second one was a bucket? You explain that to me.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a
We
bucket?
confused
what isn't a
him.
bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
No.
Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
We're
I'm
driving
afraid
him
the
crazy.
bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No,
Here
you're
we go.
not. No, you're not. No, no, no. No. Who is it?
Happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was
Why
a bucket?
is the bucket?
Oh my God, I had no idea.
How is
How
bucket?
could... except
Where
me.
is bucket?
I'm not a bucket after all.
Baby, don't hurt
And you,
me.
Stanley, you're
Don't
still
hurt
here.
me.
You're not a
No
bucket
more.
either. Oh, this is wonderful
Bum,
news.
bum,
We're
bum,
not
bum,
buckets.
bum, bum, bum,
Yes,
bum,
I
bum.
actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue.
I
but
guess
it doesn't
everything
change the
was
fact
bucket.
that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yes.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who
Sorry.
knows what that information might do to a person? All right,
Mm.
here we go.
We are buckets. Yes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
The end
Perhaps
is
he had
never the
simply
end, is
missed a
never the
memo.
end, is never the end. You are bucket. I am bucket. Me?
The good old bucket. Just Stanley
Me?
and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, hello. Thank you for subscribing. I'm the best bucket. Aw, thank you. Thank you, B. Thank you, B. Let's see. Where should I go? Yes, you're right. Get the
This was
Stanurine.
not the correct way to the meeting room.
Me?
But
Oh, I
Stanley
am
had felt
property
the
of
bucket
Stanley.
calling to
Apparently,
him,
if I'm
telling
bucket.
him that the
No.
employee
I am
lounge
bucket, but
was
then I
simply the
also
place to be.
have this bucket here.
And here it was.
This
Had the
emotional
bucket turned
support
out to be
bucket.
correct? No, never mind. The
So there's
bucket was
two
wrong.
buckets.
Stanley
I
took
am a
the door on
bucket,
his
and one
left
of the
to go
buckets is
back
owned
to
by
the
me.
meeting room.
Another bucket.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley
Yay!
figurines. And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Well, oh, there's a vent. No, no jump. Where the heck are we? Never.
Okay, this is day number 295.
Oh.
Tape number,
Whoa.
I don't even know. I've lost track.
Okay.
Nothing feels real anymore. I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
What?
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's
Money
gonna
for
be a target
bucket!
on my
Yeah!
back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? Okay. Okay. Bucket lore. Bucket lore. Okay. Is it controlling us? I think it might. Oh well. We're gonna love the bucket just like it wants us to. Gambarada? Oh boy. Huh? Huh? You had the bucket.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place
Hello,
of work.
hi Mika.
Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. Wait, the narrator didn't say anything. But we need the bucket. But we need it. But we need it, you know? Where is the epilogue? Bucket's fancy little seat? Yes, we don't need
Where are
it!
we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just
We're
smiled.
dependent on it.
Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine. Stanley
Yeah,
clutched
exactly.
the bucket tightly to his chest. This was
Anywhere
not
we go
correctly
together
into
is
the meeting
perfectly
room,
fine.
But Stanley had felt the
By
bucket
me.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge
Restart the
was
game a
simply
few times, see if
place
the
to be.
epilogue unlocked. Restart as in like
And here
actually
it was.
restart
Had
the game
bucket
physically?
turned out to be correct? No.
Like
never
close out
mind.
of it and open it?
The bucket was wrong.
Sorry, my nose is itchy.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, we're going down here! Close and reopen. Oh, okay.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? Oh,
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we
Is this
care
an
about you
intervention?
very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more.
Oh,
of
it
their
is our
favorite
wife.
jokes, not this bucket that
This
they've
is
never
an
seen
intervention.
before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Sophia, you're cheating with the bucket. Cheating! What? No.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it
Our
played
wife
some
isn't
silly
even
music
real.
as well.
Silly music, let's go. Do, 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 do.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
Yes.
Why are we
It's
in
as
Portal?
classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly
Get
like
back
this.
onto it, final
But
days.
if we
Yeah.
want to do that, you're going to have
It's
to
so
give something
fun.
up.
Give what up? We're not giving our bucket up.
Don't you
What
get it,
is this?
Stanley?
Why is it red and
We
ominous?
need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Huh?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
Huh?
it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character
We know.
with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Bucket is love, bucket is life.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
No!
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then
Wait.
pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Wait, no! Bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
Why?
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy
Why?
your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I can't.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one
Oh.
personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
Oh.
characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not.
Okay.
I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
Okay.
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it for the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what
can't.
they want. Hurry and...
I can't. Bucket.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Wait.
For the moment in time
the
that
bucket
you were
okay?
here, you were magnificent.
The bucket? Bucket? Bucket's fine? Bucket is fine?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh my gosh,
What could
it's
it
a
mean?
shipment.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Wait.
simply missed a memo.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. This usually goes out to the right.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Let's go. I think we still have to escape. Right. Yes. We're escaping!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Two to go. Okay.
Stepping into his
2845?
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code.
Yes!
Was it that the bucket?
Yes!
Was the bucket guiding him?
Stanley.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
No, wait. Whew. I'm tired, y'all. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go escape.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait. Go back up the elevator? Is that a thing? Oh.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Huh.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Wait, 3. Should I do 3 or 8?
After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office,
Which
Stanley
one?
at last went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
Should we listen to the narrator or no?
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Three, 8. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, fine, we'll go back down.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Yeah, maybe not.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket? Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Again? For real? For real?
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the
Oh
number
my
3
gosh,
means to me.
this is
You
funny.
and I have been through so much
I gotta
together,
leave.
and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Uh-huh. Well, we're gonna show you who's boss. Stinker. We're pressing that 3 until you understand.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a
3.
musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all.
Come on,
Only
bucket.
silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Fine. Guess we'll go back to the elevator.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Yep. Yep, I think so. Should we try it one more time? There's nothing gonna happen. Maybe it's over. Is it over?
Said Stanley.
No.
I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Wow! What? Look
For
at
months, he
this!
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around
There's
it,
just
developing
us.
and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Why was that the Minecraft door? When you don't have the elevator. Oh.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to
Maybe
share a
just
true
necessarily remember where you
connection
came
with a
from.
loved one.
Coworkers. Let's go!
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference
What?
to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. there would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit,
No.
only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Aww. No. We grew apart. But we must move on. Hello?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Uh-huh. Maybe. Maybe we'll have a pleasant day. I don't know.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend.
Hi,
a weathered
Bucket.
companionship that stands the test of time.
Bucket, bucket, bucket! Alright, let's
Stanley
escape. Let's
clutched the
escape.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Escape, escape, escape! Alright, one second. I need to take off my sweater. I have a sweater on, and it's getting a little warm in here. Alright, it's a polo. Oh gosh, my tracking. It's a pullover. My tracking is trying to freak out. Okay. Got it. Probably should grab myself a little more water, but that's okay. Wow. Okay, I'm sitting up and I'm awake and I'm here. Oh, I need some figgies. Like the mic so hard your phone rumbled. Oh no. I am sorry. Ooh, not the bonking mic.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hey.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
2,
to discover not an
8,
indication of any
4,
human
5.
life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket
Yes.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes, the bucket is.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Absolutely. I definitely want to get the figures.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control for... Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh well.
The door behind them was not shut.
Oh well.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point,
Bucket
Stanley
and
and the
Ceri
bucket
fan
were
art.
knowingly
Aw.
walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh well. Let's go.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye, cruel world.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh, or not. Wait. May I say stop the stream? Guess so.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Bucket. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within and a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind that what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance, in darkness? It's the museum.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
What? That is more than 25. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Bucket with 2 handles. I'm so sorry, guys. Wow, this bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Ooh. Inferno bucket. Dozens to war, billions died. No one can control a bucket. Interesting. Stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Coping strategies equal holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. Some of this pristine in real life. I would be afraid that, like, me, like, breathing on it would ruin it. You know what I'm saying? It's bucket. Cave drawing. While we know the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worth of its treasures.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes a necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet to be more that's always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. I think we, Oh. Well, we stole it.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. Welcome to heaven. What? I think we just reset. Oh, I can't. I think I tried that in the first one. Yeah, they're too slow though. You get what I'm saying? They reset! Okay, we begin the game again. Okay, wait, I'm upset because we had a different ending there and then I totally messed it up.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That's
What did
okay.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, I want the little Stanlerines. I want them. How many do I have two so far? I have 2. You can't get it if you have the bucket with you. Okay. That's the door. The bucket.
When
To the
Stanley
right.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
The
I need to
lounge
get
was
myself a
grand,
cough drop after
majestic.
stream.
Perhaps
Yikes.
but
My
eager to
throat.
get back to business, Stanley took the
Bah.
first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at
This
following
way.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Over
years
here,
ago.
where we got trapped out of the area.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off
No,
on
they
the
do
wrong
save
foot here.
if we restart.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
the
that
last one
investing
is.
your
We can
trust
visit
in
the break
someone else
room.
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. You're getting
Hey!
close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten
I'm
all
back up
the
there right
figure
now.
amarines.
It's
Very
like
soon,
instinct.
You'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank
We'll do
God
it.
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Like
Running
us
and
running.
and
Fig-
running, just the way
figure-
you're doing right now.
Figler
Don't
and
you see that
Marines.
it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
You're making us
would-
walk in
We
circles.
would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Don't know.
Here.
Space!
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, rainbow! Ooh. Pretty. Don't stay in here. Here's bad. Just want other people to be happy. Confirmed. Okay, we're leaving.
No, wait. Where are you going?
We're going.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh. Oh. I don't like this ending. I don't like it. Do we have to do it? This ending is sad.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I don't like this. Yeah, yeah. I'll do it once. I might just reset because I don't like this ending.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Let's go. Calmer.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Alright, we're gonna restart the game because we're not dealing with the stairs. Okay? This is happy place. Happy place!
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a
Everyone is
sign of something?
valued.
He hoped it was.
And
he
loved.
hoped very much that it was.
Okay, last one. Fuck it.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those
Stairs
things.
bad?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
What do you mean?
and
We've
entered
been
the
on
door
the
his
stairs.
left.
Stairs. Something to do with stairs. I'm assuming it's stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What is that?
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment,
Don't
Stanley.
spill that bucket.
This
No, I
is
won't
a
spill the
real
bucket.
accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
We got
Where so many
it!
people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
We might as well do this one.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
This
And in
one
such
freaks
a
me out, but
competitive
we're gonna
economy,
do it.
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
We've been here
And then
before.
something
Okay,
occurred to
everything's
Stanley.
changing.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in
This
his
is
arms.
me
Am
right
I
now.
Crazy?
This
Yes, the bucket.
expression?
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized.
Yeah,
This isn't
definitely
my
a
bucket.
loop.
It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
Oh,
This
gosh.
is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
Where-
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations
Where'd the bucket go?
Stanley might experience
The bucket
without
left.
the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course,
How?
very
It's
odd.
taking a little too long.
Now
Bucket
he
was
felt himself
replaced.
floating off the
Bucket!
Oh, gracious.
Oh God.
He exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it calling to him.
Bucket!
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket, where are
Could
you?
it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing
Bucket.
by one bucket after the next. None of them were
Bucket.
his. None of them were his special bucket.
Bucket!
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Why is this game creepy?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, he
Right
died.
away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
Yes,
Heck,
absolutely.
she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Okay. Fun. All right. I think it's epilogue time. Okay, I think we have to... Wait, keep going.
Stanley, I'm
Oh.
sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. those figglers.
Could do it?
I
Do
haven't
what?
stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please
Back
indulge me
to
with
work
one
is
more trip
oh,
back to
that's
the
what you're
memory
saying. I was
zone?
like, what?
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Sorry, give me 1 second. You pick. I go drink some of my water. Want some of my water? Sorry for wacky tracking.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Seven.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
The warehouse.
No. The warehouse was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the warehouse feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Oh. Yeah. Whoopsie. I couldn't remember.
Let's see. What came next? Oh, yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? No. The heck?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
I love these sick jams. Yes! Slay! Yes! Old PowerPoint. Yeah! Like Filmora. Or like the old iMovie. That's what I meant to say. Yes!
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time
Home
making that
Depot
video,
ad.
but
Yeah,
it was
ancient
8
YouTube,
minutes
right?
I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine.
Miss Lucas, you eat.
Right
Okay,
here,
enjoy
under the
dinner,
stairs.
Mika.
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Alrighty.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Huh? Bye-bye!
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Oh, okay,
Stop
we're not
the
ready.
loading
We're
screen.
not ready.
Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Oh, okay. What is happening?
Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay, so we're just getting more and more figures?
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I do. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yes, I love that video.
Yeah, I remember, narrator. I do. And then there's this one, which I
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A
yeah,
solid room.
just a kind of a room. Okay.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation.
Maybe she likes the video.
Next one.
I did like it. It was funny. Oh, it doesn't let me go. That's okay. What is that? I heard a noise. I'm hearing noises.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
I do.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
This. Except it's not quite right. It's not quite
Look,
right.
it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
What?
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason.
What?
Why
You
did I
made
invent
us?
Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
What?
I suppose it's grown old. I want to
Is
think
this a
for
game?
myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
Wait.
Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What? Oh. Okay, I think I should restart. Like, as in, I completely close out of the game and open it back up? Is that how that works? As in, like, quit to desktop? Okay. We've done it twice, so this will be the third time. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me, y'all! It told us next time enter our favorite time. It was asking. It's gonna be 3:07. We'll say that's a good time. Just kidding, 3's a little early. I like a good 12:30. You know, we're gonna do a 12:33. Yes, you remembered! My favorite time of the day! Or you could simply not resist giving me the correct time again. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 12:33 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is it? I'd say it's a little inaccurate. You know, I could just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Ooh, okay, and then I begin the game. Okay, and then we quit to menu. Quit the desktop. Okay, and then this will be my fourth time. Oh. Yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I mean, I usually like to keep it like... Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. Yay! I really do be spamming my Steam list. Please adjust the slider to the number 5 because the number 9. That should be 9. Oh. We're gonna do 9. So you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words is most appealing to you? Uckaboinkle or scrumtish? I like scrumtish! Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yeah. What is time anyway? Yeah. That you haven't told me. Yeah. Help. Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. I'm a little worried for the man or woman, the person trapped in the box. It's okay if you already did it. Alright, one more time. One more time. And then we get the epilogue. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do. Like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. I still don't really know you. You don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. If I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Hey! I'm not alone. I'm with you guys. It's time for me to leave. No, don't go! Still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little more time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. We're all alone together. Yeah! You love being alone. Hey, being alone can be nice sometimes, but then it can be not nice. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Oh, it's literally a button. Epilogue. What makes it different? Many, many years later. Huh? Rebel only to get hit with that info. Nice. Hold on, since the skip button. Yes. We're back to there. Oh, fun. How did we find the wood? Ain't no clue. How we surviving this? We would die. Oh my gosh, this is so loud. Wait, why is that like such a nice picture, like quality, like image of the moon? Guess we just sit here. We just sit here. Hey, that's a mirage. Isn't it? I saw it rippling. Is that who I think it is? Oh my gosh. Bucket? Bucket? It's Bucket. Oh, wow. We got him. We're not alone out here. This is good news. This is happy cry. We're out here alone in the post-apocalyptic world. And we have Bucket. It's completely missable. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. It's kind of scary. No L's. Just W. Okay, there's like a generator attached. Who did that? I'm more like W. Cat dog born. Interesting. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Jim! Jim! Jim Willow!
Jim.
What's back here? Oh my gosh, more figures? This actually says Ceri. That would be... Oh! I'm creeped out. Hello again. It's you! It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! Wow. Y'all, help. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground and let's drag it through the mud and back. Hanley. Yeah. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. Haley's terrible. No. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. We have... more... We could do more content. Forgotten Laser. One with the hole... I like one with the hole punch. I think that's great. Stanley Parable 3. One with the hole punch. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say in it as well. Yes. Good! Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. All right there, the achievement machine is all fixed. See, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in and on itself forever. And I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Oh, we can get that achievement. Wow. All right, what time is it? For me, it's 10:18 p.m. 10:18 p.m. We're just gonna keep it there. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Ooh. How fun! Do you guys want me to go and get that extra achievement? Or nah? Do you want to see it? I feel like I should get the extra. Hold on. I'm gonna get the extra achievement. You know what? I'm getting the extra achievement. That's what's happening. And then that'll be the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay. Let's
All
go.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Bucket.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Okay. Okay, it looks like this is not the new content. It's just this content. Okay, we'll do this.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly
Let's go.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
Yes,
An
yes, let's go,
entirely
let's
new
go.
experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many
Let's go, let's
possibilities.
go.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I'm
Now,
speedrunning
to be
here.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly
I really
the Stanley
am.
Parable 2 is going to be.
I really
let's
am.
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Bucket. I'm still moving on record, run.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh!
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I
No!
know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the
No!
risk. I hope
Bucket!
one day you can forgive
It's our
me.
bucket. No, I can't. They died. Hey, what do you have against the bucket? Why do you hate the bucket? What's wrong with the bucket? Fine. Let's go. The bucket left us. It died. Yeah, poor bucket. F indeed. Alright, here's the easy achievement. Bucket was too shiny. Sorry.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Gimme.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, as you can see, the machine is not working yet. Wait, what in the holy hell is going on?
Oh.
You got the achievement?
No.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't
Where's my
fix it.
achievement?
I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
Hey!
Who fixed it? Is someone
Hey!
here?
Give it to me!
Being watched?
I didn't hear that
God.
Steam notification.
Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Where is it? You better give it to me. They better. Huh. Well. Now that that's out of the way, I think we can finally exit.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Nah, we can just go.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, whatever you think,
what does it
sir.
even mean? But the
Ultra
Stanley
Deluxe is
Parable 2.
fancy.
Now that, all right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I'm sad we don't have our bucket. Stinker.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these
I'm
features
trying
will
to,
come
like, get
together
myself
as
stuck.
one single coherent video game.
You know what I mean?
I can feel it.
Why
in
is
my
this so
soul.
big? This is
It's
like
going to
comically
work.
large.
There's definitely a good.
You can't even
game in
open
there
it.
Somewhere. Say, let's do an
What?
experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, we've seen this already. I want to get him.
Well, I mean,
I
there's
wanna get
potential
'em.
here, right? It's
Let me get
sort of-
'em.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
73% of people got beat the game achievement.
Yes, this
What?
is much better. I feel good about this.
Dang.
Here we go. Version 2.
Not like that funny
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
saxophone
This isn't a
thing.
coherent
Is this
video
the
game at
bucket
all. It's a lot of
destroyer?
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't
No,
add
it's
up
not.
to
It's the
anything.
achievement. Okay,
I
everything is
wanted
just all
more
messed
than
up.
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic
Mm-hmm.
of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Yes.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features.
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yes, yes.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Not the gray nose guy.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
I know, it's just
Alright,
like
perfect. Go
there.
ahead. Take a look.
Yay! Alright, everyone. That's it. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching, joining me with the Stanley Parable 3. Thank you, Sindane, for helping me find things and grabbing the bucket again at the end there. I appreciate it. because I would totally miss it. Thank you. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening, whatever. I said your name right. Yes! Great day, night, morning, evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye! Oh, wait. I didn't say it in my normal tone. Hold on. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!